Now I have a lot to show you. Hi, my name is Susanna. I'm a neurobehavioral therapist from Norway, and that means I'm concerned with everything that ties the brain to the body and how it makes us feel and what it makes us do in everyday life. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for being here, and consider giving a like and a follow if you like my content. That makes it so much easier for me to continue on this YouTube journey. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Now, if you're anything like me and you're a social media person, or even if you're not, I'm sure that you've noticed that there's a huge DUPE craze or hype going on. I feel like for the last year, I've seen these outfits everywhere, and honestly, they make people look so good. So obviously, I had to get my hands on some. But lately, I've been feeling like going to the gym and looking your best has become a luxury, because these outfits that are on trend tend to be very, very expensive. So I've made it my mission to find dupes that are affordable and make you look equally as good, but don't break the bank. Now, I will say that I think it's important to give DFYNE the cred that is due for making such a good product, but there are other manufacturers who make the same product without the logo. So every time I buy a dupe, I make sure that I buy one without the logo, because I feel like if you buy a fake piece of clothing with the logo, it kind of takes away from all the marketing, the branding that the real brand has done. And so I just think it's fair that way. You can enjoy a product that's similar, but maybe don't walk around with their brand on you if you haven't contributed financially to their brand. That's just my opinion anyway. So I have a lot on my hands. I have bought these items from, oh my gosh, packaging within the packaging. I bought these items from AliExpress. It was just a coincidence that I saw these items there and I wanted to purchase them, but I know that they have similar items on Amazon and other stores as well. But this is just a seller that I found that I felt like I could see through their shop that this was real business and they had good reviews, and I always make sure to check the reviews, and preferably where people can put photos of the items, and preferably also on their body, so I can see that people with my body type, that I can see what it looks like on other people with my body type, if that makes sense. So let's see. These are mainly the DUPE Impact dupes, and I also have some bras and bralettes in different designs. I'm just gonna show you guys. I'll just unpack them with you to begin with, and then I'll have a try on later. Okay, let's start with the set that I bought in the color Grape Juice. For reference, my measurements are 173 centimeters tall and I'm about 73 kilograms. Do not compare yourself to other people's weight. It's just for reference. You know, 73 kilograms might look entirely different on me than on someone else. So please keep that in mind. It's better if you just look at how I look and compare it to yourself instead of just looking at the numbers. This color looks really nice though. Look at that. It's so good quality though. Like, I would not know that this was a dupe if I didn't know it was a dupe. So nice. Okay, so for the top in the grape juice color, I did the minimal. Yeah, it obviously has like this really long name, but it's the Impact Sports Bra Strappy Backless Yoga Gym Bra, you know, one of those names. I'll link it below. I've picked a medium size for all of these items just because I find that it fits me best. I think I could have sized down if I wanted to. If you like that really tight fit, then you might find that would be a good idea. But I like my clothes to be like snug but not like suffocating, because I get really bad tummy aches if my shorts are like too tight. And the second color, I also don't have like matching bra and shorts for all the colors because I like to mix and match a bit, but I had to get my hands on this. I don't know why it says hot, but I think it's like hot red or hot orange or something like that. Yeah, so this is the strappy sports bra as well. Oh, come on. There you go. So it looks like this. And it has an open back. I find sometimes that when with the halter neck bras that I can get a bit of like a neck ache. So that's something to definitely keep in mind, but I feel like this is very forgiving, so it might not be a problem. For the third color, this is probably one of my favorite colors. It's called Coffee. I am such a brown fan, especially lately. I've just been purchasing everything in brown and like dark beige or whatever. Look at that. That's so nice. And then with this one, I also purchased the strappy bra. Looks like I had a thing for the strappy bras. I never actually had this style of bra before, so I'm actually really curious to how it might look on me. Obviously, they have the scrunch bum, but I find I have one pair already, and I find that this scrunch is not as scrunchy as with other types and shorts, if that makes sense. It's more like it sits on top. I'm not sure if you understand what I mean, but I'll show you. Yeah, so I think what I mean there is that you don't necessarily see the scrunch that much. With other leggings, you may see like the scrunch pattern, and I'm not a big fan of that. So it's more like it shapes your booty very nicely. So that's the brown set. For the next color, I've got pistachio, and it took me a while to actually find the correct color because, you know, if you look at different shops on AliExpress and Amazon, different sellers may call the color the same thing, but then the color is slightly different. So just keep that in mind when choosing your seller. It might not be exactly the same color as with DUPE or from another seller. But this looks very nice. It's kind of a top version of the strappy sports bra. Looks like this, and it has sort of like a bra lining inside, and it also has padding, but I think you can take them out. I'm gonna check. Yeah, you can definitely take out the padding, which I tend to do. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know. Do you have a preference? I feel like people have a preference about the padding. But yeah, super nice. I do think I have the shorts. I should have purchased the shorts in that color as well. Let's see if it's in here. Oh my dear. When I placed this order, I hadn't been shopping in so long, so I kind of just went a bit insane. I used to shop for exercise wear or like workout wear so much back in the day, and then I went through a phase of like total minimalism, so now I don't have any workout wear that fits me, or like at least that I feel I look good in. And looking good is important when you're in the gym, like not for other people. I don't give a about other people, but I give a about how I feel about myself, because if your confidence is up there when you're in the gym, you will lift heavier, you will run faster. It's just a psychological thing. So that whole debate about what to wear in the gym and that people shouldn't wear this and that, I think it's ridiculous, but because I think honestly most people wear the things that they feel good in. They don't wear it to show off. You know, some of us make videos for Instagram. Of course, we want it to look a bit aesthetic, but for the most part, I do think that people wear the things that they feel good in. So just refrain from talking about what other people are wearing, because you're in the gym, you should mind your own business. Here we go. So I did order the pistachio shorts. It's actually bad when you have ordered so many items that you don't even remember what you ordered. But at the same time, it's quite nice because you feel like it's Christmas. sometimes you gotta treat yourself, okay? That's just how it is. I'm not someone to promote capitalism or like consumerism, and I realize that's what it looks like right now, but sometimes you just need to buy some things that you feel like will last you a good while and that you feel good in. The worst thing is literally to have pieces of clothing in your closet that when you wear them you feel like meh, and you don't feel like yourself and you don't feel confident. So definitely splurge once in a while on quality items. And yes, believe it or not, these are quality items. They do last a long time. I already have a pair. And so yeah, what makes you happy matters. So that's the pistachio set. This is not completely my style, but I just look at these women on Instagram and TikTok and I was like, I have been influenced. So there's that. And then we have a set in the color Ivory. These sets actually came together like in twos. So, and it's just insane cheap. It's insane cheap. You just gotta go check it out. Like this, I think it was under $20 for these two. So you got yourself a set for under $20. That's crazy to me. So this is a bit of a different style of bra. It's still a halter neck and it's a bit less forgiving. I would say like the strappy ones are more forgiving. This is a bit more of a hold or a support, is what you say. Yeah, so they look like that. Very nice color. The color is more, I would say, like grayish than beige. And then I have the gray blue set. I think, yeah, that's the same as with the last one. It's a two-piece set under $20. Super nice color. It's like not navy, but not charcoal, but somewhere in between. And you know what? Also, I find that sometimes in the gym when I don't want to be seen or I just have a day where I feel not so good about myself, I tend to grab these neutral colors, and if I feel confident and I feel like strutting around, I wear these like BAM colors. I don't know, it's just something that happens naturally, I guess. It's actually the same for like sports bras versus tops. So like if I have a day where I feel a bit like I don't want to be noticed, I wear the tops or even like a long sleeve. But then if I feel confident, I can go to the gym in a sports bra. And it's not even about like wanting to be seen, it's just like what you feel comfortable with that day. So the next, ooh, my hair. The next set is in a color called QIE Purple. I'm not sure what that means or if it's just purple. Same here, it's a two-piece set. Oh my gosh, this color is to die for. Look at that. It's more like vibrant and deep than the grape juice. The grape juice is sort of like more, what should I say? It's more like, it's not muted, but it's more muted than this one. This is sort of like it pops, you know? I hope the camera picks up the color. Oh yeah, it's so nice. So nice. I think this will go well with my hair. Yeah, look at that. Oh, so great. I can't wait to see what this looks like on. I've really been trying to figure out my like color analysis lately, and obviously I'm ginger, so I definitely am in the autumn or spring category. I'm leaning towards autumn because I tend to grab for those colors. Let me know in the comments what you think I am. Either way, sometimes you just gotta pick the colors that speak to you, that make you feel good, and not think about the color analysis. But you know, it's a fun thing to do. So I think the last color I have is, it's just called red on the page. This is also a red, but it's called like hot red or something, and it's more an orange. So you can see compared to this, it's quite different. So when you have this on, just like separate, it still looks red, but compared to something else, it looks very orange. So just something to keep in mind. This is also a very vibrant color, just like with the purple. And yeah, also think this is good for my ginger hair. Do you think? So I think that's it for the DUPE dupe sets. I also purchased a strapping top that I already have in black, just because I love it and I wear it so much and it holds up so good. I've had it for years and I always get compliments whenever I wear it. But it looks like this. This might actually be a bit like shorter here in the front than the one that I have. But then we have like a crisscross back. Oh, it's so nice, like especially for back day. If you know, you know. And lastly, I purchased a dupe. I think this actually is a dupe of the Lululemon jacket. I don't know particularly what it's called, but it's basically just like a workout jacket. It looks like this, and this was in the color ivory, and I think you can get it in a white color as well, like plain white, but I find that I don't look so good in like clinical white, if that makes sense to you. So this is more like this is what I would call ivory. I think like ivory, even maybe it's just beige. Maybe you would just say beige for this one. This actually came a bit more beige than I anticipated, but I reckon it will be fine. It feels very nice. But one last thing that I purchased, which honestly I don't remember what it is. Oh yeah. Well, this is outside the workout, or I mean, you could say it is fitting because you need to wear something in your hair at the gym. These are so cute. Like I've seen so many girls wear those cute flower clips. The only thing is like this was fairly small and my hair, if you can tell, is really thick. So maybe I'll use it something like, I tend to put my hair up like this and like maybe make a little thing there. And then what does that look like? I usually say the back of my hair is none of my business, but ooh, I won't say this is the best quality. No, I won't. It's like the springs, they are, yeah, that's definitely not the best quality. So I don't know if I would recommend those, but like if you could take like a tiny bit of hair, maybe that would be nice. And if you have like thinner hair or like coarser hair, then I definitely think this would work. But for me with thick hair, like I like to put all my hair up and just get it away from my face. Like when I'm in the gym, I really need my hair to get the fuck out of the way. I cannot have these strands, especially this bang right here. I've been working to grow it out, but like it always wants to come down. So I need a clip that sort of like slicks it all back and out of the way. So yeah, that's all the unpacking undone, and let's get right into the try on. before I got to show you the last pieces of clothing, but there were only 2 sets left. This is called Ivory, and this was the one that I bought separately with the crisscross back. And then you got the Lululemon jacket, which I really like. It hugs in on all the right places. So there you have it. The last set that I didn't get to show you was the coffee one, which I was actually very excited about, but I'll insert a picture of it here. Just some final thoughts on the items. I think all of them holds up to really great standard. The only thing I will say is that the ones who came in like a 2-piece set, the waistband was like significantly wider than with the others. So if you have a short torso like me, maybe that's not for you. I personally don't like that because I feel like it makes me look, I don't know, a little bit like smushed. So I prefer the short waistband, so that's just something to think about. I think that you could possibly read on each item online if they have like the tiny waistband or not. I was just not so good at checking the description before I bought them. So that's basically it for today. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. It helps me on my YouTube journey, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!